Well, let's take a closer look at the finished product. We're going to start off with a hardtail frame. It was originally manufactured by Craft Tech for a 80-inch Evolution engine, but I went with a 2007 twin cam 96 motor and a 2007 Dyna transmission, 6-speed, and I've rubber mounted them to the frame, which seems to be my thing. The engine and transmission pivot at this point on bronze bushings, and the vibration is taken up by this biscuit made by Glide Pro products. It does a wonderful job of taking up the vibrations, as you'll see. I've used it in my other bikes. The engine is carbureted using a standard 40 millimeter CV carburetor off a Harley, and the rocker covers are made by Exotic. They're knucklehead replicas. The rear wheel is off a 2001 Softail. The muffler is a one-off creation to replicate a 1930 Harley VL exhaust. There is a link here because where the flexible tubing, I should say, between the muffler and the exhaust pipes, because the engine is moving. I'm using replica footboards off a early Harley. Softail brakes. This brake pad here is actually a pad off of a early Ford pickup. The fuel tanks are actual 1930 VL fuel tanks I found on eBay. I've got 100 man hours in those tanks, believe me. The seat is a panhead style seat. The T-bar is actual 1930 style Harley bar I found on eBay. The front end is a 2-under DNA Springer style front end, 19-inch Harley style front wheel, the Springer front brake. The horn is a 6-volt Uga horn. There is also a 12-volt horn to be used in traffic. The handlebars are rubber mounted. The primary on this bike is the standard 2007 oil bath clutch. I am using a BDL CS34A compensator instead of the troublesome Harley compensator they had for for this engine and transmission. I have a aftermarket saddlebag. I am using a belt drive on this bike. I wanted to use chain drive, but believe it or not, it just would not fit. Would not fit this frame, and I had to go with the belt. And the rear tail light is a 1930 style tail light. It says stop, and let's see the vibration dampening of this setup here. I'll actually start the bike. I forgot to mention that the seat is suspended by this airbag. It's an air bladder from a police interceptor style Harley, and that this vertical support is actually mostly the air reservoir for that air bladder. And you can see on this side, here is the air gauge and the air fitment for the bladder right here, and it takes up appears to take up a nice bit of the road vibration, because it is a rigid frame, no suspension, rear suspension, so us older guys need a little cushion. Alright, well, let's take it for a ride. Well, let's take it for its first ride. Thank you. Here we are with the new bike. This will be the first ride, middle of May. I'm dedicating this to my sister Joanna, who's in Minnesota. She'd be here if she could, but she's got pneumonia and she's on a feeding tube, and I'm doing this dedication to her. So hopefully everything will go fine and the wheels will stay on, and I'll send you this video, Joanna. Here we go. That's the wrong button.